You know that feeling when you scroll through endless listings of recliners that promise spa-like relaxation, only to end up with a chair that barely leans back enough to take the weight off your spine? I've been there spending a weekend assembling a sleek-looking chair that turns out to be more of a decorative piece than a functional one. That's why I wanted to put the Xwayuekai massage recliner chair under a microscope before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the real problem most buyers face: the gap between glossy product photos and what actually happens in a living room after you plug the thing in. With this recliner, the marketing talk is all about full-body massage, heat, a cup holder, and USB ports. Those are all great ideas, but the question is whether they translate into a daily habit that actually eases tension after a long day at work. I've set this chair up in a typical mid-size apartment, tested the reclining mechanism, ran the massage program, and used the USB ports while binge-watching a series. Here's what I observed. The biggest win for this chair is the integration of a full-body massage system that actually reaches both the lower back and the shoulders without you having to adjust straps or reposition yourself. The built-in rollers glide in a rhythmic pattern that feels more like a professional therapist's hands than a cheap vibrating pad. When you add the heating element, the warmth spreads evenly across the seat, which is a nice touch for chilly evenings. In practice, I found the combination useful after a 10-hour shift at the desk. I could sit back, turn on the massage, let the heat kick in, and my shoulders loosen up within a few minutes. The ergonomic contour of the chair supports the natural curve of the spine, so you don't feel like you're slouching even when the recline is fully extended. Now, the built-in cup holder and the 2 USB ports are the kind of convenience that often gets ignored in reviews but makes a difference in everyday life. I kept a water bottle in the holder while working on my laptop, and the USB ports powered my phone and a small lamp without any extra adapters cluttering the floor. That said, the cup holder is a bit shallow if you're used to larger mugs. You might find it a little restrictive. The USB ports are positioned on the right armrest, which is handy for right-handed users, but left-hand people might have to reach across a bit. One area where the chair feels less polished is its size and the assembly process. The frame is solid, but it's also hefty. Unboxing revealed a set of large panels that need at least 2 people to lift comfortably. The manual is fairly clear, yet you'll spend about an hour tightening bolts and aligning the reclining mechanism. If you live in a studio or have limited storage space, the footprint of this recliner can dominate a room. It's not a piece you can easily tuck into a corner. You need a dedicated spot where the chair can fully extend without hitting a wall or a coffee table. Another practical consideration is the noise level of the massage motor. When the chair is in full-body mode, you'll hear a low hum that's comparable to a dishwasher running. It's not loud enough to be a nuisance in a quiet room, but if you plan to use the chair while watching movies at low volume, the motor might compete with the audio. The heating element is silent, so that part of the experience stays soothing. Who should consider this recliner? If you spend long hours at a desk, have chronic back or shoulder tension, and appreciate a set-and-forget relaxation routine, this chair could become a daily ally. It also works well for people who like to multitask reading, watching TV, or charging devices because the USB ports and cup holder let you stay connected without leaving the chair. Families with a designated relaxation nook will benefit from the ergonomic support and the ability to switch the recline angle without much effort. Who might want to skip it? If you're living in a tight apartment where floor space is at a premium, the chair's bulk could become a deal-breaker. Also, if you're looking for a budget option that only offers a simple seat without extra features, the added massage and heating mechanisms mean a higher price point. Finally, people who are sensitive to motor noise or who need a completely silent environment for meditation may find the low hum distracting. In terms of durability, the chair feels sturdy enough to handle daily use, and the upholstery is a synthetic blend that resists spills. A plus if you have kids or pets. The recline lever works smoothly, and the massage rollers have a decent travel distance, so you won't feel like you're just getting a light tap. The heat function can be turned on independently of the massage, which is useful if you just want a warm seat on a cold night without the vibration. A hidden trade-off worth mentioning is